Spirit of the Swamp Alligator tour on this airboat, baby. Let's go have some fun and find some gators. This was definitely one of the highlights of my trip. With a name like Spirit of the Swamp, we knew we had to go with these guys. We were blessed with Captain Shane. Prior to taking off, he had given us a quick brief down of what to expect and what to do on the boat.
Should be opposite here to be same side as the knife as the quality up. Clockwise is up, counterclockwise is down.
Cool.
With the hats on, y'all, just be careful with them today. It's breezy, as you can feel. Make sure you put the top strap of the headset more towards the front of the hat. It'll help hold the mask. Any questions about those?
All right.
My name is Shane. I answered just about anything.
Awesome.
We'll get rolling. I'll cover, like I said, safety.
It's okay to film and stuff out there?
Yeah, for sure. Please do.
After a quick briefing, we were ready to go. We had another couple from Canada with us. They had just as much fun as us. I know they did. We had the little headset so we could all communicate through the headsets. Pretty dope, if you ask me. Now, this little bridge here, we have to go under that. We had to go a little slow, and then it's time to rip. Now, Shane was doing some little drifting action, some sideways 360s. It was fun out there, man, I gotta say. He definitely knows the swamp like the back of his hands, and he's probably got one of the coolest jobs I've ever seen. This guy loves his job, and he's great at it. So about 10 minutes in, we saw a big 13 and a half, 14 footer. It's really hard to see this guy, but he's one of the biggest gators out there, and they call him Big Jim Buffett. He said that this gator is the king of the area. In about a 2-mile radius, nobody will be around. So after checking him out for a few minutes, we went on to the next spot. And about 3 miles later, we ran into this little guy just sitting on the marsh. We're going to get up close and personal with this bad boy. So Shannon said we had picked probably the best day to come because of the heat. It had cooled down a bit, so the gators want to get up and soak that sun in. They'll put their bellies in the mud and have their little spikes and spines exposed to that sun. They need to get that heat. We checked that guy out for a bit and kept cruising, and then found another guy, like right away. I guess the smaller gators are more closer together. They don't have the dominance like the big fellas do. But this guy's just got his belly in the mud, exposed to the sun like the other guy. We did get a little more action from this guy. He started walking around a little bit and stuff like that. And then a few minutes later, we ran into another guy. He wasn't having it. He went in for a little soak after he saw us coming on a big airboat here. But right in the same area was this awesome, huge, soft-shell turtle. I love turtles, so I was super excited to see this guy. And then he went for a little soak after seeing us. I know all the areas look the same, but they're not. It's just a marsh, swampy marsh. But we ran into our 5th gator, and he's just chilling, soaking up that sun like the others. So Shane had done a tour earlier, and he ran into this local mother, and she hangs out in this area, and he said that within about a couple meters of her is usually her babies. So we were super excited to see the babies, but we had to take a look at her. She did a little pose for us with the jaw open, had to take a picture of that right there for sure. And then, like he said, all the babies were right there. Now, look at how cute these things are. I just want to reach out and grab one and take it home with me. Oh, my God. There's I want to say maybe 12 babies around. There's one these ones are all from this year, and there was a bigger one somewhere around that was from last year. So I did to ask him how many babies survive, and he said it's probably odds that 2 out of a clutch or a litter will survive. And shortly after that, we ran into another big boy. He's about 12 and a half feet, and they call this guy Cletus. He said he's fairly new to the area, and he's missing one of his feet. He's missing his front left foot. He's got a little nub. I guess he'd been in a big battle, had to get out of the area he was in. But this guy was huge. He's a beast, and nice to get up close and personal. One of these big bad boys. Now we're heading back to one of Shane's secret spots. I just wanted to show you guys how beautiful of a day it was. Just such a beautiful area. The clouds were just white, fluffy clouds, blue skies, and just a nice day. So this area here, Shane calls back of the woods. He often sees deers, hogs, and some eagles and stuff back here, but he wanted to show us the cypress tree. The cypress tree is an amazing tree, and I guess fun fact I just learned, the roots, the spikes around the cypress tree are actually the roots. They come up and they protect them a little bit, and that's how they get the oxygen in the air. But the cypress tree is freaking amazing. So that was it for the gators. But on our way back, when we got back to the dock, there was a nice little snake there, green snake I think he called it. So now that we've all seen my experience, time for me to rate my experience. And I got to go with 5 stars on this bad boy. This is probably one of the funnest times I've had in a while. Just nice to be out there, see something different. Shane was an amazing guide, and we had such a great time. 5 stars is where it's at. Spirit of the Swamp. If you're ever going down to Orlando, Florida area, and you need to go on a swamp tour, visit Spirit of the Swamp Tours and tell them I sent you.